Basically, a dead cat bounce. We're looking for some kind of recovery rally after selling. We got the selling. We don't really have a ton of buying yet. We've moved up and away from 30,000 with a higher low at 31. Really, it's just like a fake out rally. That would be a dead cat bounce. So is that what we're looking at is the question. I would say that we haven't really seen that dead cat bounce yet. I don't see 40,000 here being enough. I mean, we moved 60, 50%, a little bit over 50% down. I'm looking for a retracement of at least half of that value, somewhere probably in the 45 to 48 range before I think I can really even talk about it being a dead cat bounce or not yet.
So it hasn't even retraced enough for you to consider it a dead cat bounce, is what you're saying.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying.
And so what do you think is coming next do you think we're going up, down, or do you have any strong sentiments either direction?
I am looking for on the weekly there. The 20 moving average on the weekly is about 48, lines up really well with where I'd be looking anyway for a retracement in this scenario. So I think that the edges we are going to see maybe slow, hopefully. Slow is probably better actually, but a slow recovery up to that level. And really what happens there is going to dictate probably what the next few months looks like.
And so it was. Seems like there's something weird with this stream. Oh well. 22 watching. It's great to have you guys here. We are live again. I've been going through a move myself personally. That's why I've been a little MIA the last few days, but I just locked down a place. Things are moving in the right direction, feeling good. So figured we'd come back live so everybody was feeling what's on your minds. I mean, if YouTube will actually show this to people, to our viewers, that's what we'll do. Never know. It's hit or miss. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, Antonio. 22 watching. Something really odd. I noticed I did a little experiment in publishing, and ever since the channel has seemed a little lame. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe just confirmation bias, maybe just bad luck. Who knows? But it's good to have you 33 here, either way. People will find their way in, I'm sure. So we're going to take a look at the Bitcoin chart here. We're going to see what's going on. It's been a few days of lackluster volatility. Maybe there's something in the charts here that's going to give us an edge on this market. We'll find out. Let me make sure everything's okay. It's one of those days. Oh, no, that music is so very loud. Holy crap. There we go. Yeah. They changed this player again. Pretzel player. Changed it again. And now the volume is so hard to control. Alright. That's just going to have to do. Hopefully that's not too loud. There we are. 60 watching. Cool. So we're finding our way back in. Great. Thanks, YouTube. Appreciate it. If you guys didn't get a notification, that probably makes sense. Great reason to join Discord. We might as well get the shills out of the way. Great reason to join Discord on days like today. I'm sure people aren't getting notifications. You'll always know when we go live. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button while we're live. Feel free to chat it up. I don't have a ton prepared. Figure I'll go through the chart, but kind of just wanted to hang out with you guys, see what you're feeling, what you're, what's going on in the heads of the Crown family. So, without further ado, let's get into the charts. I think we're going to start a new chart. New start, new chart. What is it, the 17th? Something like that? Close enough. Let's zoom it on out, guys. It's been a bit, but we got to keep doing it. It's redundant, I know. Quarterly targets. Nothing has changed here. Ranging above our open, below the open of last quarter. 58.8 still my target. 13 days left, so we are running out of time. That's still plenty of time to run to that number. Now, we don't even have to go there. This could easily be not tested in this quarterly, and we can see it tested, hopefully, at the start of Q4. I have very high hopes for Q4. I'm still expecting a six-figure Bitcoin, and honestly, not seven, but beyond six-figure plus. So not just to 100 and then done. I'm looking for higher. Nothing has really changed for me in that sense. I haven't seen any levels of invalidation I'm honestly a little confused by the bearish sentiment. It really seems that these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months of kind of range-bound trading has flattened out hype in the market. Seems to have extinguished the FOMO flame, which is excellent. It's excellent. If you're a new investor, a new trader, this might not make sense to you. You think, oh, supply and demand, when people are FOMOing, that should push the price up. Well, think of it this way. Back here in September of 2020, do you think that there was FOMO? Do you think people were itching to get in? It's easy to say that now at 47. Oh, yeah, I would have been. But no, you weren't. Things were very undecided. We had gone through 2, almost 3 years of a bear market at that point, and price did not look strong. FOMO comes after. FOMO came around here in January. This is where we saw serious FOMO, serious new viewers coming onto YouTube looking for Bitcoin and crypto content, and it fizzled out. So what I am suggesting is we're likely seeing a similar event to that September time. Energy interest at lows. That precurses a rally. You can't have everybody going 10, 100x long and then expect price to go up. Those longs need to close. They need to take profit, and they are going to sell back at the market. So here we are, 47.1. On the monthly, we did briefly trade as a red candle today. You can see this is basically just a sliver here, this candle. 47.1. 47.112 and 50 cents is the target, I guess, for this month to close above as a green candle. And we do see price interacting with that. As we zoom in, we'll see that more and more. Here we go, back to a red candle again. What this is really doing is messing with leveraged positions. People are going to look to stop along at this monthly open, saying, well, if this monthly turns red, I don't want to be long anymore. Hopefully baiting in shorts. RSI here, no real change. Money flow, no real change. The monthly not showing us strength yet, but there are 2 weeks, as I said, and I still would put the probability at this test of this 58.8. As we zoom into the weekly, we're going to have a little more reasoning, a little more understanding of what signs that we're seeing that are leading me to this conclusion. If we look at the Ichimoku cloud indicator, here is what we're looking for. Just below the monthly open. This is 46.9, I believe. We have the weekly Kaijun. Last week we did sell below and close below the Kaijun. This is a critical point for Bitcoin. We are above the cloud on the weekly. Ichi is suggesting the trend is still up despite 5 months of boring. But if we close above this Kaijun at 46.9, and we can break past our high. So on the weekly, we're going to have resistance at our weekly close up here at 51.7 and local support down here at 46. If we can break our high, close this weekly, break our high, we're going to get a signal that comes seemingly once in a lifetime. Last time Ichimoku Cloud gave us the signal would be back in October 2016. That's right. 5 years, virtually 5 years ago, 4 years, 11 months ago, we got this signal. We entered a parabolic rally on Bitcoin in the crypto market. Let me get rid of that line. Right back here. And everybody knows what happened after that. Blow off top, blah, blah, blah. Price from where the cross occurred. 3,000%. That would put Bitcoin at 1.5 million. You guys might have seen that clickbait thumbnail I put out a while ago. No, I don't think Bitcoin's going to 1.5 million here in the next year. Sorry. I'm a perma bull, but that doesn't really jive. It's possible. My expectations are lower. Starting, as I said, at the 6-figure range. 100,000 range. I'm still expecting the same thing I was. If I copy the last cycle, I've been looking at these same prices for 3 years now. If we copy the last cycle, we would be looking at about a 360K Bitcoin. That's a number that a little bit ago is being thrown around a lot by people, and now we're not hearing it as much, and that's actually building confidence for me. I don't like it when all these other people are kind of parroting or coming up with the same values we are. I believe that it makes them less likely to occur. So the battle on this weekly here with 2 days to go, 5 hours. We're going to see CME close. It's Friday, isn't it? Happy Friday, by the way. We're going to see CME close here today. We're going to have our volatile weekend trading, and then we're going to open up again on Monday for what will be, the second to last week here in Q3. Big deal. Big deal going on. Weekly is not looking strong, and I think what we're looking for is that close, honestly. This is going to be a really big indicator of what is to come. If we're just looking at Ichi and not our supports or resistances, we can see this TK, this green line below us. This is a faster moving line. It is looking at a shorter amount of candles, and thus it responds faster, suggesting, though, that support below us right around the 41.1 range. And the issue about that value is below it is this cloud. This cloud is not a very strong cloud despite it being thick. It's kind of disheveled. It's a disheveled cloud. I believe if we close below that 41.1, that we're probably looking to test the bottom of this cloud, if not drop out of it. And if we look back to 2018, losing the weekly cloud is really, in hindsight, was a great indicator of a bear market. Rejecting from our TK, we got this cross down, which we've already had right here back in June. And now we're looking for a cross back up to mirror that October 2015 signal. Our indicators don't look great. This is what I wish I had something else to say about. Our indicators don't look great. We came off of bullish divergence, yes, but RSI is really not blasting off in the way we would like. That can suggest two things. One, we are looking for more downside, which I don't believe is the probable move. Or two, that we are going to look to close this quarterly strong. We're looking to have a strong fourth quarter, and maybe we get something like this. Move back up, test these RSI highs, and really blast price off parabolically. We can see that the last time we were oversold on the weekly was the December 2018, bottom of the bear market. Our lows have been coming up, and our highs have been coming up, and that's an uptrend. For all intents and purposes, that's an uptrend. We really just don't want to see this fall back down. July 21st low, you'd have to get a wicked bullish divergence off that low to have any kind of hope there. I don't think that's the probable move. Our money flow also looks like crap. We can see in this weekly, our money flow is starting to siphon off here. However, with a close above that Kaijun, and preferably closer to the local weekly resistance here at 51.7, hopefully we can undo this bending or waning of money flow, and we can see that resume its trend back up, because at this point, this is looking a little rollover-ish. You don't want the weekly to roll over. Last time that happened was the bear market. You can see this is not really the same as what we're seeing now. This is definitely a different pattern. But I'm going to need to see that weekly pick up the slack here. MACD showing us potentially 2 weeks of waning momentum. I am expecting volatile weekend, honestly. To close 2 weeks of waning momentum would not be the end of the world, but I would feel much more comfortable to see that picked back up. I want to see some resilience in this market. And if we do get a not strong close this weekend, we really got to put on the gas next week. We need to see that momentum blasting back up sooner rather than later. Some stuff we looked at in videos prior, we can relook, and man, they're spooky. They're spooky. We have hypothesized about this 4-day cloud weakness, and we said if we are going to see lower lows, if our rally is actually going to get faded, which I don't believe it will, we would look here on the 4-day, and that is the end of September. That's the start of Q4. We see this weakness in the cloud on the 4-day. That is the same weakness we saw on the 3-day that we hypothesized correctly, that if price was looking to move to the upside, that it would look to break through that weakness. So 3-day did work, 4 days down here, and so that is a threat. That is a threat, especially here under the TK now. Back at the cloud support, you really don't want to hang out there too long. You want to be bouncing off the clouds. Price wants to be airy in Ichi. Metaphors everywhere in this. It wants to be airy. It wants to be lightly touching either the cloud or the TK, and it wants to be bouncing higher and higher. Obviously, the same is true in a bear market, except instead of bouncing, rejecting, whatever. But there it is. Eyes are on here. We're going to want to see price action to the upside in the next 16 days, so into the close of this month. Everything is starting to line up here. This is exciting to me and probably a source of some stress for others. It's exciting to me because we're seeing all these pieces line up, fall into place, and we have this huge potential on the weekly to retake our bullish KJ line and get a bullish cross above the clouds. Last time that happened, 3,000%. It's all lined up. Things are still looking a little weak here. RSI on the 4-day is actually in better condition than the weekly. We do see a higher low and higher high locally here. We don't really have bearish divergence, which is great. We're probably going to have bullish divergence, but our momentum is similar. Still waning off, just like the weekly. Don't want to see this roll over either. That we do not. Money flow is hanging on for dear life here on the 4-day. Very much looking to roll over. That is not great. We can see these periods of red or negative money flow really reminiscent of a bear market. You can see the entire time, 2015 till the end of 2017, the whole cycle, money flow was positive on the 4-day. Here we are, flirting with potentially negative money flow on the 4-day. If that were to play out, we would probably be exactly as predicted right here. Probably see it fall through the cloud right there. But I'm still not of the opinion that that is what's going to happen. So when we zoom it down to the 3-day, this is where it gets a little nicer. Yes, we're under the TK. That's not great. But as we predicted, this flat, fat cloud was tested. 46.8. We can see it is somewhat holding here. So the close, and what is this? A day and 5 hours. We do want to see it close above the top of this cloud, above 46.9. If you remember from earlier, that's also exactly, what was that? 46.9 was also the Kaijun for the weekly. So these time frames are really pointing to two values. Those two values are 46.9 and I believe it's 47.9. Is that right? Yeah, 47.9. Let's leave it with that. They're pointing there as if we can retake these levels into this monthly close, all of these time frames are going to all of a sudden shift from looking really bad to really good. We can see the 3-day cloud even looking to twist here again, showing us a potential change early. What's up, Commander Bud? Thanks for following, man. Good to have you. He's the commander of Bud. 3-day already in. Negative money flow. Not great. Not a great sign for the 4-day that we're looking not to roll over. Not a great sign, but this is not quite as cut and dry as the 4-day. The 4-day really was when money flow is positive, we were in a bull run. When it was negative, we were in a bear market. Here in the 3-day, we see money flow actually rolls over somewhat commonly. It happened in October 2019, November 2019. It happened earlier in July, in August, and now again in September. This is very much undecided. Very much undecided, and I think it's going to come down to that 46.9 area. We have negative or selling momentum on the 3-day. Not the prettiest, but you can see it's really tight. This is a really, really tight chart. 47.9, there it is, 47.850. That's it. If we can close the monthly above here, things look spicy. Things look very spicy. If we close below there, we're going to have more struggling, more pain on the way. I kind of forgot about this as well. That 47.1, the monthly open, also our TK for the monthly. So the monthly can suggest anything above. What is this? Like 46, just 46.3. Again, in that range of 46, 47. Anything above is still in trend. For 2 months, June and July, we were below the TK in the monthly. That was very, very bearish. And we've retaken it, very bullish. Our Kaijun, the same thing we're looking to retake on the weekly, sitting at 34.4 for the monthly. That is our last line of support here. If I'm totally wrong and everything goes the other way, we see all these levels break. We really are going to look for 34.4. That's not what I'm saying I think is going to happen, but this is the outline. We have invalidation points along the way. If they are broken, most importantly being 42.2, we may look all the way down here for a bounce. That would be really ugly. This would be very, very ugly. I don't expect this to happen. I definitely would put the probability on 58.8 testing before 34.4, if we ever do even test it. Honestly, I don't really think we will. So let's zoom it in still. I know I wasn't going to take as long. On the 2-day, we see that 4-day weakness overlapping with the 2-day weakness, same time frame, start of October. 2-day battling the TK. Today's just an Ichi kind of day. But unlike its brothers or sisters, the 3 and 4-day, we have a little better chart here. RSI may have bounced from 50. This is still not ideal, but it bounced from 50. That could be definitely viewed as positive. Money flow is positive and trending up, so it's rolled over on the 2-day. What we're seeing is the 2-day and the 4-day really battling this out, and you will find this happens a lot in TA. When you have, say, a daily time frame and a 12-hour, when like a half-sized time frame, you'll see them battling it out. And that's really what I'm seeing here. I'm very happy to see that the 2 days money flow is trending up. VWAP is positive. Momentum is even looking possibly for a reversal back to the upside. And MACD showing us waning momentum on the sell side. Every other time frame we looked at so far, waning buying momentum. 2-hour is going, or 2-day is going against that. We want to see that trend continue here. And we close this candle today. So man, what would we love to see today? 47.9. It's like the only prices on the entire chart. It's like 46.9, 47.9. It's like all that seems to matter right now, and everything seems to be pointing to them, which is rather wild. The 2 days already given us our twist, our change of winds, and it let us know that 60 days in advance, 2 months in advance. So Ichimoku cloud all the way back here. Oh, that's not as good. That's not as good as I thought it would be. All the way back here in August was saying things are changing. Put in 2 higher highs after that. Now we're back to here. Back to here. 47.9. Everything on this freaking chart points to 47.9. It's driving me nuts. Driving me nuts, man. Daily RSI is ugly, man. We're back. We moved under 50. That's not great to see. Thankfully, we are back above it. Nothing going on here. We do see daily support sitting right at our 46,000 level by the TK. I don't think we need Ichi anymore. We're going to get rid of Ichi and take peeks at these moving averages. We have our golden cross was completed. Price still above the 50 and 200. That's excellent. We want to see that continue. And we can see the 200 right at about 64 or 46,000. Everything is right here. This whole chart is right here. The only issue I have at all with this is we're below the 20 again. That's basically at the top of this daily candles open. 47.7. Retaking that is really the liftoff zone to retest those highs and make that move back to 58. This is our local battle here for sure. And luckily, this looks better than some of the other time frames. So our 2 days looking decent. It's looking actually, I would say, strong. Our 1 day, I'm not going to make a comment on it yet because I haven't looked at everything, but somewhat agreeing with the 2 day. The 2 day, we saw selling momentum weaken, and we're seeing potentially the market roll over from selling to buying, and we're seeing that on the 1 day as well. That is very positive. The lady's home. Yeah, I could hear the dog barking. I'm gonna send her a text. 1 day, mimicking that, mirroring that, as we see waning momentum on the sell side. So here's the real threat, and this is likely, if we're going to follow that negative trajectory to that October open on the 4 day that we saw, this is what we'll likely see. Another very brief single candle, maybe larger than the last one, fake out, and a rollover again for a lower low. I don't think this is probable again, but this is what the chart's telling us. We have a very clear pattern here. Patterns, the wonderful thing about them is they always break. They never stay forever. So let's keep an eye, and what's actually really interesting is this looks like it's going to roll over either like Sunday. That depends how much volatility we get. But it would be very interesting to see positive money flow on Monday morning. That would be a very good sign. That'd be a very confidence-building sign. One sec, the lady's messaging me. What? Okay. All right. Let's see. Money flow, and here we go. So the 1 and 2 day looking strong. I can officially say the 1 day looks strong. Beautiful. Higher highs, higher lows, clear sales. Clear sale in there on the 1 day. Strong on the 2 day, and then the 3 day and 4 day. So really what I'm looking for is that 1 and 2 day to translate out, to grow into these longer time frames that aren't looking as good and correct them. Very happy to see that. As long as we're above the 200 daily, it's easy sailing. Clear skies indeed. Let's look a little deeper at the 12. What's going on here? Not bad. A little weakness on the 12, but what my eye is drawn to immediately here is this. This is telling us a little story. So the market found buyers at what looks like a demand line. We saw what looks like a spring, and now a little local reversal here. What I like about this is we see these large-bodied green candles pulling price up, and now with an equal amount of candles, so we had 4 of these large bodies, maybe we could say 5, green buying candles. Now we're seeing these red candles. These red-bodied candles are much smaller. Typically, this can suggest some kind of weakness or exhaustion. We saw an impulse move to the upside, and we didn't see an equal move back down. This retracement much weaker than the buying we just saw. That, of course, doesn't guarantee anything. You could just see this continue, but this is typically a good setup. This is what you'd like to see. That means that there was more demand than there was supply, at least in this bubble of time. So the 12-hour there locally looking good. Ooh, money flow is spooky, though. Momentum a little spooky. Spooky Weens coming up. I'm excited for that. RSI right at 50. This is like, honestly, this is looking like the bounce spot. It's like, probably want to bounce here.
Wouldn't that be some sort of bull div class with higher price with a lower low on the MACD?
Bull div class with higher price. The lower low. Well, on the 12-hour? No. Okay, so bull div, you can only have that. You can only have bullish divergence on your lows. You can't have bullish divergence on your highs. It's only a reversal signal. Lower low on the MACD. Okay, I see what you're saying then. So on your lows, between... You can take it from multiple spots, honestly. Almost every low. As we have our lowest point in RSI, or not RSI, MACD, right here. In this area. Any of these lows, any of these swing lows on MACD, that, you can see none of these are higher. Any of these points, you could call bullish divergence here on the 12. For sure. You could take it from here. You could take it from any of these lows. There definitely is. There definitely is bullish divergence on MACD, at least. RSI, I feel more comfortable if RSI would show us something here, though. We want to see this stay above 50. It's right at 50. We do see strong moves, though, result from bounces or rejections from that 50. Did this reach its retracement? We still haven't fully retraced to that golden pocket either. Sitting above us at 48.9-ish, 48.8 to 49.1. That would be still the likely, even if we're going to look for lower down here, it would still be very likely to be tested. Yeah, Josh, thanks for the 5, brother. Sorry, I'm a little disoriented. The lady got home, the dog was barking, and she texted me a bunch. But let me get back in the train of thought here. You're correct. There you go. You're correct. I just don't see all the pieces yet to make me comfortable with it. Let's look at like the 8 hours, see what this is up to. Here we go. This is more of that exhaustion. We see the move to the upside, and then we see taking profit, selling, whatever, but that is not the same force. We saw a strong move upward and a weaker move backwards, or a weaker retracement, weaker selling period. And what that typically leads to is an uptrend. Keep repeating that, and price moves up. 8 hour looking a little weak here on MACD. Buying momentum continues to wane. Money flow looks crappy on the 8 hour, actually. And RSI right that 50 point. Man. On the lower time frames here, as we zoom into these hours, the only thing keeping me bullish here is just the lack of selling pressure. Our indicators don't look good. The 4-hour, the 8-hour, the 12-hour, all sitting at virtually 50 RSI. What they're saying is, moves coming. Very useful TA, right? You bounce the 50 and you get a very strong move to the upside, or you lose the 50 and this, what looks like exhaustion and selling, likely picks up momentum, drops out the bottom there. That could look actually very similar to what we saw May, June, July. We've been hypotheticalizing that this pattern is looking to play out here as a fractal, much smaller. If we do see all of that roll over and we do lose the 50 on all those time frames, maybe this is the 42K hump that we saw back here. It's very interesting stuff. These price patterns, these whatever, fractal, very similar to me. I don't really know why, but they look very similar here with the initial low wick and then the kind of consolidating downward channel. Really, really similar. We pointed this out a while ago. It's like the initial wick bounce, then you get this descending channel. You have this little peak, 42K. Maybe that's what we got here if we see this all roll over. Luckily, the day and 2-day looking strong. I think that even if we did see that roll over, we would not really see a significant lower low, likely a repeat of here, just slightly lower low, before we get a spring. Maybe like the 1 or 2 hours will give us a little more light as to the strength moving into this weekend here. Not looking strong. 2 hour not looking strong, man. It's really just this candle pattern. That does build some confidence, though. When indicators look bad, right? When they look bad, but price isn't responding, that's what I would maybe term this. Price is not responding right here. This is actually pretty strong. We can see a resistance line, and now that resistance line is providing support, pushing the market back up when sellers come in, pushing it back up, absorbing their sells. It's pretty interesting that it's virtually perfect with our little whipsaw we had at the bottom of our price action here on the 13th. It's right there, finding support. So this can continue as long as it doesn't pick up any momentum. This can continue as a descending channel, and we would look for it to break to the upside. Back to that 51.7. If only it looked good. If only these shorter time frames looked good. 15 minute, give me some good news. You got no good news for me, 15. No good news on the 15th. So here's our little breakdown, our summary of what we just looked at, because I'm guessing a lot of you tuned in, at least in the middle. Probably didn't watch the whole thing. From the quarterly, we're still looking for 58.8 into this quarterly close. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't happen, but what we do really want to see here is this weekly close above 46.9. We want to see the weekly Kaijun retaken. We want to see bullish action, price action come back into the market. We'd like to see 47.9 for, I believe it's the 3-day. Crap. Well, got lost in my thoughts. The 3 and 4 day leaning bearish. The 2-day and 1-day actually looking considerably strong. And then as we zoomed in, we kind of saw some indecision at the 12 and 8 hours and 4 hours. And then as we got really tight, things were looking not so hot. They're looking more bearish here on the minutes down to the hour. And maybe that suggests that we're just following this channel down until we hit some kind of orders. Maybe we'd look at that 46 level. But with the 1 and 2 day and the condition they're in, I definitely am looking to at least test that golden pocket retrace, which we have not. With the 1 and 2 day looking that way, that's probably too conservative, honestly. It's probably too conservative. It's probably looking for higher, but I don't want to get people excited when the market is not looking super great. So, yeah, looking for 48.8 off of that 1 and 2 day, but we may see kind of a slow grind before spring. Slow grind before spring. That'd be my summary of what we just went over. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, cool. All right. I think we're good, right? I threw this fractal on here. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. You'd be looking for higher highs and then grind down, maybe a spring. And what this is just this pattern. Right? Wait, how did I do it? No, I can't remember where I grabbed this from. Huh. Where did I grab that from? Ah, I remember now. So this is actually from October. This is all the way back here. So this is from all the way back here. And the reason I put this here is we saw a daily candle touch the bottom and the top of the daily Bollinger Bands. Is that the reason? Yeah, that's the reason. When we see this happen, and there's only a few times that this actually has happened, when the candle is green, meaning it touches the bottom of the band and then touches the top of the daily band. We don't see that many examples, but in the recent history, these two, each time that has led to what is essentially a slow bleed back down and weakness in the market. Same thing here, weakness in the market. I think I had examples. Oh no, this chart got goofed. But what we saw here wasn't that. It was actually the opposite. We saw a candle start at the top of the bands and dump down, touch the bottom. So why I pulled that pattern was essentially to see what would happen if we had this exact move that we saw back here upside down or mirrored. Right? Or is that the exact same? Mirrored. Yeah. Following along pretty good, but nothing to write home about. All right, let's see. This is my master chart as of right now. This makes things very clean. Very clean. I like this chart a lot. I've never seen so many overlapping fibs. If we look at our retracement here, our golden pocket we were just talking about, not tested. And if we do the same, if we use our fib tool on this whipsaw, our 1618 sitting right at the top of our golden pocket. Our 2, our measured move, is sitting at the 786, the deep retrace. And the 2618, virtually a double top with the high we saw in September. So that's pretty interesting. You don't see things line up like this often, not this cleanly. And that's definitely influencing how I'm looking at this chart today. Definitely influencing. I wish I would have looked at the 30. The 30 actually is maybe the only time frame under, like the daily that looks decent. 45 does not. I do like the interaction here at 46.9. That was our whipsaw top here. We saw, let's see, on the 45-minute traded below, closed, then bullish engulfed. About the 30. No bullish engulf on the 30, but now 1-2 closed green candles. 15-minute looking good off of it too. So 46.9 being such an important level, it would be excellent to hold this into the weekend here. That would likely set us up for that 48.8 test sooner rather than later. What's up, Crublex? What's up, my dude? Welcome to Crown Town, my man. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to just read the chat. I didn't have much prepared, but I've managed to talk forever, so you know how I do. Gidrius Balsiliunas. Man, that's a hard one. Welcome to the fam. Thanks for subscribing. Nick Morgan. Alando Averde II. Let's see. Mo Crypto. Commander Bud already got you. Cool. I don't think we're getting all the notifications, but we got 300 watching, so you guys must be getting notifications. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. Good to have you here. Good to have you back. We had a slow start, but it's good to see people finding their way back in. Love you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, if you're sitting here unsubscribed, please subscribe. Help us get to 50K. It's been a long grind, and with your help, we can get there. Smash that like button for the new stream. The more likes, the more subscribes we get, the more eyes YouTube shows our live stream too. So it's very important, and I appreciate y'all for doing that. Hop in the Discord. Well, check out Patreon for October. It's a little late to sign up now, though. Wouldn't recommend it. JV, my streams are hard to find again. Well, I didn't stream the last few days. I've been house hunting. My landlord gave me 60 days notice at the start of last month, and I think yesterday we finally found where we're going to relocate. It is a nightmare right now to find an apartment or house. It's a nightmare. Things go on the market, they're off the market by the end of the day. Yeah, we're missing a lot of likes. We got 141 likes, 286 watching. How are we ever going to get to 420 likes with this kind of energy? I believe in us, though. I believe. All right. I believe. What's up, chat? How you guys feeling? How do you feel about this? Are you bored? Are you excited? Are you scared? Are you hungry? How you feeling? What's up, Tristan Martinez? It's always a good time to buy some Tristan Martinez. Hey, chat, I'm going home from lab at lunchtime. What's up, S3? How you doing, man? Unilend. I don't know what that is, R-Pit. What's up, man? Good to have you here. Timothy Ortel. We bought our house a year ago the day it went on the market after losing it. Yeah, dude, it's awful. It's awful. Like, at this point, we did find something that's pretty nice. I'm going to be living kind of more rural than I've ever lived. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but life will go on. We got the space we need for the stream lab, and Bean Beans has all the room in the world to run around outside. She's going to love it. It's going to be good. Feeling bored. That's right, Tom G. Scared. Thomas Miller. As a fellow Thomas, feel free. Come here. Bring it in. Give me a hug. It's going to be okay. Sarah Case. Slowly filling bags as this plays out. Well done. Slow is the trick. Slow is the secret sauce. What's up, Nathan Shields? What to do? Johnny G. Hello. Hello, mate. Mr. Ryan Ramsey, neutral. Okay. Yeah, I think that's how, well, I always feel neutral, so that doesn't matter. But that's kind of the vibe I've been getting is pretty neutral, and neutral is good. Neutral is boring. Neutral almost always precedes big moves. Almost always. Fear, greed, neutrality. The three Kangs. Joshua Zajdel. Hola, soy Dora. You are Dora. Oh. Welcome, Dora. Bullish crypto. What's up, man? Pump time. Yep, probably. Like, everything looked so crappy, but price wasn't doing anything. We hit 46.9. That's the level we want to protect. I'm down for a bounce. I'm down to clown that, but let's see what we got on the 5 here. Where are we? Reaching up for our golden pocket once again with that 5-minute rolling over. So, all right. Could be worse.
Hey Tom, how do you set up your market chipper indicator on TradingView, and which one is it? Also, what do you think about how China, Evergrande, is going to affect housing?
Mr. Craig Bowen, man, thanks for the 10, brother. Good to have you. How do I set my market cipher indicator? Default. I don't do anything to it. You'll see me occasionally mess with it, but honestly, the only things I would do here, if I did want to mess with it at all, which I don't usually, the only things I might do is remove, where are you? I might remove RSI and Stotch RSI, as I think that they add a lot of visual clutter. They are useful to have there, but I always have RSI on here anyway. You can see that's a lot of extra colors, a lot of extra lines. So outside of that, nothing. Just leave it default. This is Market Cipher B. That's my favorite, B. A and C are also good. I just find, or not A and C, A and DBSI and SR, they're also good. B is just where I find the most value for sure, and coming in second would be A. I do like A as well. I like these ribbons, these bands. They do a pretty good job actually of showing you the trend. Basically, when they're lit up, trends up. When they're dim, down here, trends down. So sometimes I'll just put on Market Cipher A and just scroll through time frames like this. Just say like, all right, hourly leaning bearish. That's what we saw. 30-minute leaning bearish. 15-minute leaning bearish. 2-hour struggling to hold on. 4-hour, same thing. 12-hour, and we saw this. It's funny. We saw this on RSI. It's like at the ledge. It's at the critical juncture where it's either going to look to, I think, break up, test these local highs, or fall back down into trend. And we can see that shown to us here by Market Cipher A as it's rolled over. Price is kind of in the bands, so it can still go either way. It lines up with everything we're seeing on our other indicators. Yeah, there's your Market Cipher answers. I like Market Cipher, guys. You don't have to have Market Cipher to trade. If you're day one, don't buy Market Cipher day one. But as you get into trading and you can watch me use it, if you see the value in it, it's a great tool. I literally don't use it for like referral or promotional reasons. I use it because I like it. There's a shill. I don't really shill anything, but like that's why I use it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have it on our live streams. So thank you for the 10, man. How do I think China Evergrande's going to affect housing? Dude, honestly, I haven't had that much time to like watch the news. I've read a few things going on with Evergrande. But this housing market, I've been digging in with both hands for the last 2 weeks myself. And, well, I don't know if it can make it any worse. Like, it's unreal. It's unreal how bad it is. Like, I would go see a place, and then by the end of the day, it would be off the market. It was unreal. It's like, I need somewhere to live, man. What are you doing? But I'm sure we'll hear more about that as time goes on. Let me catch up with this chat again. The Crypto Mind, what's that mean? Gala. Got you celebrating. Never heard of it. Stinky Colas. What a name. You're very hungry? You deserve a snack. Get yourself a snack. Take care of yourself. Treat yourself. JB, what's up, man? No doubt. Every house in your area goes in one day. Way above it. Yeah, it's insane. It's like madness. It's madness. It honestly reminds me of like crypto euphoria. Just like, doesn't matter what the price is, doesn't matter where, it's just like anything's being bought just to be bought. Oh, shib. Oh, shibadib. What's funny is I got texts today from kind of non-crypto people about SHIB. Should I buy SHIB? What do you think about SHIB? And I was like, I think SHIB's a scam. And they're like, you think everything's a scam? And it's like, well, then why'd you ask me? Why did you even bother asking? It's funny that people are really excited about it, yet it hasn't gone anywhere. It's literally gone nowhere. It just returned to the top of its range here. 0, however many zeros, 943. Bottom of the range, same 6. So it's like bottom of the range is 607, top 943. We're just back at the top of the range. That's not that exciting. This is not a great chart. My sadness here that didn't play out. We didn't get a retracement. We have a lot of levels above that want to be tested, but we are just in a sideways channel here, just a trading range. That's actually pretty opportune for traders, though, I will say. You can just look to go short at the top of the range, along at the bottom of the range. Play it back and forth. It's going to take patience. However, kind of the double bonus here is, well, these sideways channels, these horizontal channels, they do have a bias to break to the upside. So we don't know how long that might take. It could take years. It could just bounce around here forever. But eventually we would expect it to break back up. Unless the pattern changes, we could definitely see this change into something else. But so far, horizontal channel. Probably some easy scalpings. Trades for the intelligent trader out there. I wanted to look at it because I got texts and I was like, did it blast off? No. Didn't blast. It didn't do anything. Had a 28% daily candle yesterday and then stopped in its tracks. I'm not a fan. If you're a fan, go for it. But we all have our tastes. We all have our tastes, and I'm not here to criticize. Bitcoin Schmittcoins. There we go. In the last 5-minute candle, perfectly touched our golden pocket there. Our 618 retrace zoomed in to the 5-minute. Let's see. Is that going to be resistance? Is that resistance? This looks like a little local trend line broke. Yeah. Yeah, I need a haircut. Man, I haven't had time to do anything this month. I need a haircut, and I need to shave my beard. I've got just like a briar patch on my face here. You looking for more gains there, 5 minute? Moneyflow says you are. Moneyflow says you're just getting started. Just ramping up. What would our measured move be on this? Right back. 48.8. Eric Gregory. Dead on the inside. That's not a good way to feel. Be alive on the inside. Live. Long in OMG right now. Best of luck. I mean, I think long might be the way to go right this second for like a 2-second trade. But the real Cradger Jack. What's up with ADA? I don't think anything. I haven't gotten any alerts. It's probably just chilling, right? We'll look. We'll take a look at some different coins. What's up, Demon434? Tom, what's the weirdest coin you traded? I don't know. Depends what weird is. I guess the oddest one would be Bomb, but I've never traded it. It was an airdrop. Bomb, very unique coin. Very unique thing. Not saying valuable, but very unique. It was like a experiment. It was an experiment, social experiment, to see what would happen if you airdropped the entire supply of something and then built into, via smart contracts, burning every transaction, things like 1%. It's the only airdrop I ever got that was worth any amount of money. Still, to this day, is worth maybe like $500. I'm not sure. Maybe 0.1 Bitcoin. Something like that. What's up, Ashcat? Look at Luna. Lewis Bays. Have I looked at IO today? I have not. Bo Gillick. Why not buy property? Dude, I wish I could. I wish I could. Didn't have enough time. Trent Blaska wants to hear ADA. You guys are on the ADA train. All right, we'll look at ADA. John Coctoson. What are the chances of 3KF? Probable. Not impossible. I think that 4... Wait, did we just test 4? I need to get back in it. Yeah, we just tested 4. I was going to say, I think 4... Haha, look at that. Boop. 4,000 likely to be tested before 3. Yeah, back test. Honestly, here's my issue, I guess, with 3,000. Is if you're looking for 3,000, I would just be looking for 2,775. Like, if I was going for 3,000, I would take that 10% discount. I would look down here. We have this weekly support. Well, it was weekly resistance. Untested. Down here. Right? Yeah. Oh, I think it's monthly, actually. Right here. Untested. We moved above it. Didn't come back. So that's where I would look if I was looking for, you know, like low numbers to go fishing on Ethereum. I think if you hit 3, you're just as likely to hit that 27. Just as likely. Maybe you saved yourself 10%. Let's see. ADA, you guys have been looking at the ADAs. Did not get the bounce, did not get the measured move. Interesting. We do see ADA consolidating at what was resistance, 230. As support, this is not very good looking, though. That's not very good looking. I think that's a weekly resistance from the previous all-time high, right? Or is it monthly? Nope, it's weekly. So, ADA, what's going on with it? Honestly, if you guys watched the monthly update, September's monthly update, really, I know they might be dry to watch, but they're the highest value content that I get and I deliver, period. You get so many charts, you get so many setups. ADA was on there for this reason. On the weekly, it might seem spooky here, but at 230, that was your resistance. Now you're testing it as support potentially. When you zoom in, it doesn't look so hot, but there's a trade to be made there. That's support. Things aren't going straight up. That's good. You don't want them to go straight up. The only time they go straight up is when they're finishing, when they're completing their bullish cycles, is when just up. You don't want just up. 230, I guess we'll do a similar thing. So 230 would be an interesting entry on the weekly for 88 USD. A better entry, which may or may not come, $1.73. Those are monthly resistances are high. We broke it. We didn't come back to it. That would be potentially a super, super strong entry. If we just look at local price action, this looks like it wants to break to the downside. This does not look strong to me. Not at all. But money flow does for some reason. Money flow is still looking strong. Momentum on the sell side is waning off on MACD. I'd like to see RSI higher, though. It's interesting. I think that right here, this looks awful. This may be a fake out, though. Might be a fake out. Because our indicators look good. Kind of going back to what I was saying earlier about, oh, all of our indicators on these short time frames look bad, but price isn't responding. Price isn't moving as expected. Can be like a contrarian signal, and maybe that's what we have here as well. I don't know. But there's your entries. Those are clean. Those are excellent. I don't think ADA is done here for the cycle. If Bitcoin breaks to new highs, ADA is not going to chill at 238. In my opinion, I don't think that is probable in any case. I think what people are experiencing is just a shift from what was only up to not only up, and that can feel really bad. That can be painful to watch. I see. 255, top of your range, $2, bottom of your range here on the daily. That's pretty spicy. Just under the 20. 100 and 200 being plenty strong. I think 170. If you can catch 170, that's going to be pretty epic. 171. Catch that monthly support. Make me proud. That you will. There we go. 5 minute did not steer us wrong. Awesome. Breaking through the golden pocket, the 5 minute was looking to roll over, and we got it. Ba-boom. This happened in the last 10 minutes while we were live. We caught this rollover signal while we were live. And then we got it. There we go. Next target, 47,529 for that deep retrace. If that's reached, the probability of totally retracing, moving back to your high, becomes very strong. Very, very strong. And it looks like it wants to, doesn't it? Looks like it wants to pull something like this, where it fell from a high, retraced, and then made an attempt at going higher. That's kind of what it looks like it wants to do here. Actually, are these backwards? You can almost see it happening. Like, it's not going to go exactly like this, but you can almost see that playing out already. So we keep having it happen. Something like that. But she does look like she's gonna go for it. Nice. Nice. There it is. Deep retrace completed. Probability of breaking to the upside. The probability of breaking 47744 is now in favor. Before 46752. So that's how you trade. There's probability. You just got a little +1 on your probability here to break to the upside. Whatever that means to you in your calculations. It's got a little piece of evidence. That's good. That's a Jeffrey Docket. I think the market's trying to bore people out. Yep, it always is, man. It always is. Stoked Hex is up. Hex has seemingly only been running. Only seemingly going up when everything else is going down. It's weird. It's odd. It doesn't feel supernatural, but Anoha M, how you doing, darling? Today is quadruple witching. Is today quadruple witching? Now I feel silly for not knowing. I've been out of it with this health stuff. Quadruple? I did not spell that right. Is quadruple witching? The third Friday of September. Is today the third Friday? No shizzle. Today is quadruple witching. Wow, look at that. Thank you, Noam. I wish I would have been in a better headspace. I would have maybe put that in the title. What else are you guys talking about? Bo, do you like making compensation from why what like no? Should I be? I would like it. I would like compensation. It's gonna be worse. Timothy Ortle, man. You're reading my mind, man. It's millennials only purchasing homes last year. Like, dude, I'm a millennial. I don't know how any of my friends are gonna buy houses. Like, period. Logan Sheely, you know you want to chart AMC. Logan Sheely, yeah, you know I do. You know I do. You know it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 yeah, AMC, ooh, ah. Are you gonna go and do that, AMC? Is this what you're looking for? Is this what you're looking for, AMC? Are you? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This could be interesting. What I thought was range-bound trading is now looking like a very squiggly inverse head and shoulders. Today's close at 42.97. We zoom in here. Today's close, provided, just off, but provided that Monday we see buyers and price moves back up towards that $52 mark, you got yourself an inverse head and shoulders. You have your neckline right there. It's about 43 bucks. Here's your head. This is kind of a midget shoulder, but looking for that back test. You may have already gotten it. I prefer to see them on longer time frames. We don't have it on the daily yet, so maybe intraday Monday you can touch there and move back up. But that's looking much better than it did previously. Much better. My hoof, man. The only issue here is golden pocket, man. No matter what happens, you always go back to the golden pocket. Remember the golden pocket. Rejected from there, so now we're going to want to see it find some strength into the Monday's open. Not a lot of strength there on the daily on our indicators. Maybe the weekly has something better for us. There we go. There we go. Weekly MACD looking to roll over from selling momentum to buying momentum. Money flow's trending back up. Still not where I want it to be on the weekly, but it is trending back up. I like this pattern, man. If 43 doesn't hold, there may be an entry at 38.23. And if that doesn't hold, then, I mean, this thing's getting sent down. But you may see a descending channel there play out. So it could go as low as 20 and not be in super danger. I don't think that's probable, though. AMC, what an interesting and plain chart. Just plain. It's not super exciting. But I like looking at it. Candles. Oh, Ashcat. The full moon's coming, Bubby. According to our moon video, full moons are not bullish. So that's not good. I'd prefer it to be a new moon coming up. What for the deflation to set in? I don't think there's gonna be deflation, guys. I know everybody's sold on it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I could see a bounce in the Dixie moving up to like 95 or 96 before getting just nuked. I don't think we're gonna see deflation. I think we're gonna see productivity like really can only go up from the last 2 years. It can only trend up. Hopefully wages trend up with it. I don't know. We're seeing kind of like Goldilocks. We're not really seeing deflation or stagflation. We're seeing kind of like a Goldilocks time which is very interesting. Kind of goes against what we would expect to happen, right? What's up, Zach? Shib equal poo. Hey, if you like Shib, you're allowed to like Shib. I don't care. I don't like Shib, but you can. S3 man, you were telling people to buy ADA in KSM in 2020. Oh, dude, yeah. It's funny because the person who messaged me about Shib is, like, always messages me. The last one they messaged me about was Student Coin. Do you guys remember that? I have no idea if they ended up buying it. Hopefully they didn't, because I haven't heard about it in months now. I would assume that means it's not doing so hot. It's kind of a counter indicator when your friends contact you about a coin. You don't want to be buying that coin. Bullish crypto. ERG? I don't know what ERG is. It's proof of work. What hash algorithm is it? King Crypto NYC. How come I don't mention there's a free version? I don't know, man. I don't know. Not my job. Solana? Yeah, we can look at Solana. People are asking about it. 10k of Shib, Travis. Jeez, rip your friend, man. Research mania. Don't hide your curly hair pride. It just gets in the way. That's why we're at when it gets long. Is Badger a crap choice? Probably. Yeah, dude. Anything that's centralized like that can go very low. What's up, Simon O? Kevin K? Anyone bullish on FET? FET's been doing really strong, I think, actually. Higher Life 78 wants the 1 minute. Alright, bud. Nice little back test of your 618 there. AI, do we like meme tokens? I don't know. You can. There's a difference, I guess, for me, is like, I view these as investments. I don't really view them as for fun. And if, I don't know, people want to do it something for fun, I mean, people spend their money way stupider ways. What's up, Mattis? Ayun Vassell, what's up with these boss tokens? I don't know. I've never heard of the boss. A lot of people talking about it at the same time.
Can you look at the stock dollar PLTR breaking the neckline of an inverse H&S? It's a really beautiful chart. Targeting $38. What you think?
Nick Rios might move to FEMX if by the KYC's. Yep. Hey, by the way, if you want to support the channel, all of my exchange links down below in the video description. I'm just being honest with you. They're affiliate links. You likely get some kind of benefit, and I get some kind of commission. So it helps support the channel. And I missed that super chat. Sadageki, how you doing, man? Okay, look at stock PLTR. Breaking neckline. Targeting 38 bucks. For you, bro, I can look at anything. What's up, Shadab? Thanks for subscribing. John Ali. Welcome to the fam, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. PLT? R? PLTR. Don't have a chart, but that's not a problem. No problemo for Mr. Hageki, man. Can look at anything. Plantar Technologists. So, neckline of an inverse head and shoulders. Let's zoom it out first. This is the one thing, guys. I was never a stock trader. Never a Forex trader. Born and bred crypto for life. Crypto maximalist. Right? But what I love about stock charts, I'll say, is the ability to have so much history. You can open a stock chart with decades. Yeah, the longest chart we have in crypto is Bitcoin. That's 11 years. That's a good amount of time. But really, nothing is really on the same level there. And I love being able to have these big histories, to look at monthlies, to look at weeklies, actually get moving averages. Dig it. All right, inverse head and shoulder. I see what you're saying here. I see what you're saying. I see it. Are you ready? I'm ready. All right. 38. 38. Interesting. Weekly looks pretty strong here. Bullish divergence off this low. I see where you're going with this inverse head and shoulders, though. I think we're going to see it best on the daily. Here it is. So we don't have the completion yet. But you're still correct. Still correct. Bloop. 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 So what are we looking for? We're looking for a move and a back test of 27.47. That holding is our signal. That's our entry of the inverse head and shoulders pattern. If I invert the chart, you'll probably see it more clearly because most people have trouble with inverse head and shoulders. There you go. That's what we're looking for. Let's see where we might look for that. Yep, right there. All right, golden pocket. So I might look for that test at, you said 32, 38. I'm still struggling with the 38. Where did you get 38? I can see 36 as our measured move of this right shoulder, taking us back to the deep retrace. I'm looking for that 27.47. That's what we want. We want 27.47, and we want it to hold. Money flow could be better on the daily. RSI is okay. Momentum is up. This chart's not looking half bad, actually. You've got a very strong daily moving average setup below you, suggesting you don't want to see price below 25. You really don't want to see it below 23. If you do, I'd be out. This is a good chart, man. You're right. You were right on with that head and shoulders. This is a good chart. I think I'm going to add alerts to it. There we go. Let me see if you said anything, Mr. Higeki. Where are you? Coded GG. Gamer subs. Gamer subs. Where did you go, Geki? Timothy Ordle says, forget the moon. The sun affects tides much more. Well, then we'll have to look at the sun chart. Did you say anything, Mr. Geki? What's up? T Hammer. Hi there. You just tuned in for the first time. Is SHIB worth buying? Honestly, T Hammer, in my opinion, no. That's me. You're welcome to like it. A lot of people in here probably won't. SHIB, here, you know what? As I wait for Higeki to respond, I'll give the kind of 2-cent elevator pitch of why I don't like it. There you are. Measures head to neckline. That's how I got 38. Measure head to neckline 38. I'm still getting 36. Are you on normal? Still not getting 38. Maybe the two. Yeah, okay. So you're on normal and you used the left shoulder to head. I can see it. I think 36.88 is where you'd look to bail if you wanted to get out of a long, though. Like, here's what I would do. This is how I would play it. If I saw price move up to 36.88 before testing 27.47, I would probably close my long here. This is all my opinion. And then I would look to open it again down here. If it doesn't reach 36.88, I would look to open at 27.47. If that makes sense. What was it saying? SHIB. So the reason I don't like SHIB, mostly, is one, it's an ERC20 token. It was just created. Someone, like, you can do this. You can go on the Ethereum network and create a token. You can call it SHIB, like 2 Bs. And that has just as much legitimacy as SHIB. That's what happened. All the supply was just created out of, created all at once by a singular or centralized entity. And the reason I'm not a fan is because so many new people get it mixed up with Doge, and they think Doge is the same thing. Doge is not the same thing. Doge is proof of work. Doge is a real coin. It's not a token. It wasn't created. It was mined. And that's my pet peeve, I guess, is I don't like that people are confused. They think that, like, Doge and Shiba and all these things are the same thing, but they're not. They're very different. Very different. Pretty much all of them, except for Doge, are just kind of money grabs. Let's see. What's up, Nico? If you're in a trade which is in lose, what is the difference between increased margin versus buy more on limit? Yeah, technically, they could be the same thing. You could accomplish the same thing.
Hey Tom,
What's up,
can
Mike
I
J?
please get an update on ZCX Unison since you had last looked at it? I have a position at 2.58 but looking to add more. See anything spicy on chart? Thanks.
Go Hana. Go Hana. You remember this, don't you? We looked at this for you on the 13th, and we said we're looking for 620. We get a close above 620. We have our 3-candle bullish trade setup pattern, whatever. We got the close, and we moved to where? 732. Our 1618, our first target. Boop. We didn't make it to the measured move. Womp. But we got the close. We moved to the 1618. We did see selling here. I haven't checked this chart since. I just, I posted this in the Discord when it happened. I was like, already hit? Magic. I was trying to remember who requested it. So it was you, Gohana. Congrats if you made a play off of that. That's spicy. By the way, Discord link, Patreon links pinned to the top of the chat, also in the video description below. So what's next? Well, this did retrace. It did reject pretty hard from that 1618. Let's take a look at this again. Broke through support. Now looking to close. Okay, so today, just 2-cent take. I want today to close above 574. We want to close above that local support here. Closing below likely spells further downside. That's the first step. Let's see where our moving averages are. We're way, way high above them. Okay. Weekly's still looking good. So I have this, I had that complaint of you don't have support for so far below you on the weekly that it is dangerous to enter. But if you're already in, yeehaw. Weekly level looking to close above the open as a green candle, and that's 572. Right where we are, basically, with 2 days to go. Closing red here on the weekly would be pretty ugly. Would be rather midterm reversal-ish. I would not like to see that. Money flow on the 12-hour is great. On the 6-hour is good. It's not great, but it's good. Huh. 4 hours good. Interesting. 2-hour looking to roll over. And 1 hour undecided, but I have a suspicion that's going to look to roll over as well. There it is. 15-minute agreeing. 5-minute already in green. Okay. Okay. All right. I see you. I see you. This is not the prettiest of 4 hours. We'll be honest with you. 574. Shorter time frames, though. Shorter time frames are looking pretty good. That 4 hour is just sketchy enough for me to trust. Let's see, like a 10-hour. What's going on here? Money flow good on the 10. Interesting. Very interesting. I think if you get a close today above 574, you're definitely going to look for a retracement. Right back to your golden pocket. 657. I think this is the probability here. So, provided today closes above $5.74, I'd be looking for this move. Here we go. Looking for that move. I think we have enough time frames to support that. I think it's just going to come down to that 574 today. If you're able to retake the golden pocket and continue, then things get very spicy. Then you're looking for our measured move target. That was in the higher 7s. 8 is our macro 3, so that would likely be my next take profit target. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. We haven't done an in-stream trade this week, and I'm gonna be FOMO-y, and I'm just gonna place it on there instead of waiting for a support test like we usually do. This is not our typical trading. Let's take it. There we go. I want it to be a 3. So we look to stop below our local low here on the daily. This is a market entry, which is a bad idea. Typically, we would make this our entry and maybe look to stop it at under 537-ish. But I'm seeing some bouncy reversal here. This is some bouncies. I'm looking back at that golden pocket. I think that this might play out. 3-to-1 risk to reward, placed live, and I'll set alerts so I know if I suck or not. I can say you suck. And I'm gonna say exactly as predicted. So we'll see what happens. Gohan, thanks for the support, Gohan. I appreciate it, and I hope that worked out well for you. Like, that really did. We got the close, and it moved to the 1618. Can't ask for more than that when you're charting. Can't. If you do, you're just greedy. Huh. Maybe trend lines on the 5-minute. Not so smart. This is what keeps happening. Do you guys see that? You notice this pattern? We're seeing just that elevator down and then these stair steps back up. This is the ugliest, weakest, least believable looking rallying when you have something like that. Like all of this. This was all so weak looking, so hard to like trust or believe. It's like everything we know tells us that that is what's going to happen, but it didn't. We keep seeing that. This is on the 15. We just see it on all kinds of time frames, like the hourly we see it, same spot. When we zoom into the 1 minute, we see it. It's interesting. It's almost as if market makers don't want people to open longs. It's weird, right? Strange. Strange. Let's see. Let me catch up with this. Yo, Tony Stark. We have a celebrity here, man. Just because, love your work, dude. FYI, BTC upside move in 3 hours. Not on your standard TA. Take care, my friend. Thank you, Tony Stark, man. Sorry that took me a bit. It didn't announce that one. 3 hours, you say? So that would be now 2 hours, 50 minutes. 3 hours, 2 hours, 50 minutes. So you're saying an hour before the close, perhaps? I can see that. If we're going to really run next week, I would expect CME to open with a gap to the downside. That's been the pattern I've noticed. Especially, we should actually look at that. Especially when you have something specific that we have. What's up, Fafa? Oh, hi. Let's have a Richard Harrington. Long and Dixie, short in the corn. Oh, Dixie. You crazy Dixie. So here's what we wanted to look at on CME. So we got 46 minutes. 46 minutes. What we tend to see here is when price opens with a gap above, we do tend to see downward price action. Happened here. When price opens with a gap below, we tend to see moves to the upside. It's not every time. Here's an example. Didn't work out. Gap, move to the downside. Gap above. Yeah, right here, there's 2 fake outs. You saw it back here in January. I don't know if you can see that one. Right here. Gap, move to the upside. I'd like to see CME, you know, honestly, the bigger the better. I would like to see it open on Monday around here, around 51. Big old gap. And I'd like to see that move up to the 58 area next week. That'd be great. Right in time for the quarterly to close. The pattern was, especially when you see these descending patterns and then you open with a gap underneath you. So what might be kind of like right here. This is a much shorter time frame. But if we saw a gap open here on CME, that would be a pretty nice sign. We'll see what happens. 5 minutes. Did you shoot your load already? Yes, you did. Wow, what a weak rollover the 5 minute had. It did, though. It did tell us that we're likely not stopping at the golden pocket. We did reach up to that deeper retrace. But man, it blew its load quick. Look at these. 1, 2. These are like 20-minute trips to positive money flow and then getting smashed right back down. Not ideal. Bearish divergence here on our highs. Don't have bullish divergence on our low. Let's look for a retracement to the downside. That's the obvious. That's the obvious play. That'll do. Can see that. So we're looking for the reverse play here. We're looking for a move to the retracement of the golden pocket again. Same thing that gave us the move up here is now giving us the move down here. That's sitting at 47,065. That would be a pretty great play. That does work out. They do rather commonly. If you break your bottom, nothing lines up well. Won't make that call yet. Not yet. Thoughts on Elf on a shelf. What's up, Aeon? How you doing, dude? The sunlight that hits the moon. Yes, the sun. The sun powers the moon. It's true. Litecoin up 0.7%. Woo! Let's go, Richard. You and me, bud. Drinks on me. Let's go. 0.7%. Nathan Shields, man. We do have a 10 minimum for requests, simply because we get swamped with requests if we don't. But I'll look at OMG for you, because I saw it. Mang. If only it had broken out there, OMG would have gone ballistic. But it did not. OMG, though, looking decent. Let me clean up this chart. Looking decent. Coming off its low at 3. Moving back up. Testing that just under $10. Previous level. Finding resistance. Has not come back to the golden pocket, though. I think that's likely. We've already back tested. I'm going to make a new chart. There's way too much on here. Way too much on this. We're going to just reconstruct it. Okay. Real quick. I'm not going to explain what I'm doing in this one. I'm just going to slap them on. Slap, slap, and slide. Slap and slide. There we go. We have our monthly structure. Beautiful. Take that. This one's gonna be tricky. Untested $6. Okay. There we go. Slap and slide. Slap and slide. The slapping and the slidings. Okay. Alright. Done. Benito. $6. So yep, that's pretty spicy here. So we did test this in the week after that we broke it. $6. Not saying necessarily it's going there, but if it does, there's a sweet play. Sweet play there if it does. I'm just gonna slap this on. You're gonna ride that bad boy back to the moon, baby. Sweet play if it does is not the most probable. It was back tested, but I just don't. Something about it doesn't sit right with me. With the 20 weekly sitting right there, it becomes an attractive price for market makers to test. That may be possible. Before we see it retest highs, that may be possible. We don't have signs it's going to do that. Really, it's just the overlapping of that significant support / resistance with that 20 weekly. That's what draws my eye there. That'd be a sweet long. But we might not get that. We might not get that. This isn't the ugliest thing. Actually, it is pretty ugly. It is pretty ugly with its kind of channeliness to the upside. But what I like is it has seen selling. It's tested this resistance at 961 multiple times on the daily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And its lows are coming up. So typically this would be ugly, right? But when we have this pattern, We do expect it to break to the upside. So as long as we keep putting in higher lows, and I think my validation point would be under 7.90. If you break under $7.90, you don't really have higher lows anymore. You might be out of this pattern. I think that the probability, though, is that we're going to keep retesting 961, and then we're going to look to break to 1162 above. I moved to that golden pocket, $10.60 to $10.99. Okay, I can mess with that. This is our probability zone. This is our golden pocket. We see these tested not 100% of the time, but if anything is even close to 100% of the time, it's this pattern. Anything flat topped, anything flat bottomed. Certainly they're not 100%, but they're probably the greatest statistical edge that we have. So to see a trade to 1050 would make total sense. 1060, 11-ish. What happens there, we don't know. We have no idea. We have a golden cross below us. Not bad. Same as Bitcoin on the daily there. Our size just doing its thing. Money flow looks great on the daily, though. It's showing a little short-term weakness. The weekly not as strong, unfortunately. Yeah, I like that. I think you're looking for that golden pocket first. There we go. Then the 12-hour wants to roll over. What's going on with this chart? That's funky. You can see our lows coming up with our relatively flat top. That's a good sign. I don't have much else to say about this yet. It's really consolidating. You just want to see that pattern continue out. And if it breaks, that's when you know to dump it. If you want. That's the beauty of spot. You don't really have to dump a position. You can just chill. All our ZCX trade slightly underwater here. That's what we get when we don't plan an entry and we just place it down 0.23%. Savage. Man, nothing's happening, is it? I would have expected more spice into this Friday with this quadruple witching going on. Ho, 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 ho. If we bounce here, you all just saw a perfect trade executed live. If we bounce here. That candle's looking bouncy. It's looking springy. Ooh, do we get another target already? I might be jumping the gun. And the golden pocket really just puts us right back in the previous golden pocket anyway. 47380. Did we catch this? Did we really just snipe 2 in a row on Bitcoin on the 5-minute live? This wouldn't be the first time. Can we do 3 though? That's dangerous. Tristan, you saw it, baby. How you doing, Tristan? The beautiful Sylve. How you doing, darling? Gotta head out later, Cody. Much love. Yeah, dude, we have to chat soon. Shoot me a message. I keep forgetting because I've been doing all this other stuff. Nathan Shields, Ricardo Guzman. Hey, I used to know someone named Guzman. Look, we might get, like I said, I was a little premature. I didn't even look at the indicators. So we might not have this one. We'll see. Ooh, tricky on the 1 minute. Bullish divergence? What? Okay. 5 minute. What? Tell me your secrets, 5 minute. 15 minutes still ugly. No. 30-minute wants to roll over. 45 does not. Ugh, here we go. Oh, no. So here's what happens. If we don't get this, we are likely, if we don't get this bounce back to the 618 again, if this doesn't hold, I think we are likely to break the bottom. Not the bottom, our local low. 46.7. Where's our first target? 46.251. And below that, our measured move, 45.950. I would look here. 46.251. The reason being is that the hourly. That hourly is so threatening. Yes, money flow is still positive, but this is, it's just like frothing at the mouth to roll over here. Doesn't mean it has to. That looks very, very much like it wants to. Very, very much like it wants to. I'm sticking with this still, though. Man, there's a bunch of bots out today. Can I check Crown Coin? I can check you out, Beardy Day. How you doing, bro? How you doing, man? You don't need to. It's okay, Sylv. I'll take care of it. I got it. I'll do it on the back end. You know what I'm saying. Okay, kitty back end. Uno segundo. We're just gonna take care of a little bot problem. It's unfortunate when someone employs bots. It's unfortunate because maybe it's legit, you know, maybe their token's legit, but you give it such a bad name by deploying bots. Like for me, it's a pass for me. As soon as I see a bunch of bots, it's a pass, because a project should be able to stand on its own merits. It shouldn't need smoke and mirrors. Shouldn't need smoke and mirrors. And that's what I view bots as, smoke and mirrors. Don't look it up. Aggro Samurai, I'm taking that request. We're not looking it up. We're not. Yeah, probably no name. Yeah, that's what I would guess. It's okay. I added, I noticed all the bots were doing this, and so I added it. Mike J, what's up, man? Why doesn't YouTube show when you're streaming? I don't know. We've angered the algo because we don't have 420 likes. That's probably why. Oh, Jasper's on. Jasper J. Jasper K. Jasper C. What's Jasper doing? I'm going to message him. Hi, Jasper. I'm streaming too. I just sent him a message in his live stream. Hi, Jasper. I'm streaming too. He's probably going to think that's not me. That's okay. I just wanted to be goofy. I gotta pee again. I gotta drink more or less water. I'm not sure which. I'm not sure what's going on with being notified. I haven't live streamed though since 3 days ago. So if you haven't gotten notifications in that time, that's normal. I've been house hunting, which for anyone joining us, prey found. Found the prey. I'm gonna be moving out to the boonies. Living out in the boonies. Instead of creating bots to spam, they could tip the... Dude, isn't that the funniest part? I've like thought of this in my head as like I'll get emails from shady stuff and they'll be like, we'll give you thousands of dollars to tell everybody how great this like whatever is. And I never take them up on it. But I've always thought in the back of my head, like, if they just came on the stream and tipped me, like, if they tipped me that much, of course I would look at it. Like, I mean, and you're right, because we didn't know that they were going to be bots when the first person started asking. And it's like, if you just would have tipped, like, tipped some amount of money, man, I would have just looked at the chart. But if you're just going to send bots, nah. How you doing, Dave Belzer? It's good to see you, brother. I found an apartment, by the way, or a house. Just so you know. Celebrate with another stream. Yes. How's Litecoin looking after that scam week? Well, I don't need a lot of encouragement to look at Litecoin. I don't want to take my eyes off of Bitcoin here. I'm going for the gold today. Honestly, not that bad. Not that bad. Not that bad. You know, people call this like a scam wick. But this wick, I think, is actually important to the structure here. So if we didn't have this wick, what would we have? We would have a very flat bottom. We would have a high. And then maybe we would have lower highs. You retest that flat bottom, and then maybe we fall through. So that scam wick, as you know, we can call it. I'm not criticizing calling it that or anything, but it was a higher high. And so that makes this pattern a little less bearish. We don't like that this is flat bottomed. But with that higher high, we have what could be a more bullish structure. We have a broadening wedge. If we didn't have that higher high, we would very likely be seeing a bearish pattern that would likely send price down to the next support. There we go. Wait, how much is A? I don't know.
Check
There we
boss
go.
token chart. YouTuber Zero Waiting created it use case to come.
All right, we'll check the chart out, man. There you go. These bots have ears. At least they have ears. I will check it. I can't check it out. There is no boss chart. Check boss ticket. Like there isn't. There isn't one. Sorry. Symbol not found in crypto. Thank you for the 10, Mr. Haste. But there's no chart. I can't do it. I can't do it. There's no chart. Yeah, so finishing thoughts on that. It hasn't gone anywhere. Without this wick, it would look much worse. Now we have a broadening wedge. We want to see, is that bottom holding? We want to see another higher high. We can keep doing that all the way. We can do that all the way back to the all-time high. Still not the prettiest chart. Maybe our indicators will tell us something here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Money flow looks great on the daily here. Looking phenomenal on the daily. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly even looks pretty good. Is that a higher high? Ooh, maybe a little weakness there. It broke. It's just odd. It's just an odd wick. Typically news I don't think is very impactful to price. Sometimes, rare moons it is. When will Hex be number one? I don't know. Maybe never. Maybe someday. Save with crypto. Hey Tom, any chance you can explain to me, like a 12-year-old, what liquidity hunts are? Sure. Liquidity hunts. Imagine you are a billionaire, multi-billionaire, and you want to buy crypto. And you say, I'm going to put this much of my value, my wealth, into crypto. That is likely more money than there is at the moment. Well, no, it is guaranteed. So you took, let's say, $100 million, and you wanted to put that in.
Can you take a quick peek at DYDX? Love the streams, bro. Not missing a single one, learning a lot.
What was that? Patrick G. Mink. DYDX. Yeah, that's a DeFi platform, right? I know I don't have a chart for it. So you have $100 million. You're like a billionaire. You want $100 million worth of Bitcoin. If you go to Coinbase right now and you take that $100 million and you just hit the buy button, what's going to happen? Well, there isn't going to be $100 million worth of sell orders at that price. And so what will happen is that 100 million will continue to buy orders at higher and higher prices until the 100 million is satisfied. And what that's called is slippage. No, Patrick G, I love you, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of TA to be done here. Not a lot of chart history. Unless there's another... Is there another exchange with it? So you'd experience what's called slippage. This isn't something that you and I really ever see. Ever. We don't really experience it. Maybe, maybe every once in a while when you make a market order, you see that it comes up as two separate orders, one slightly higher than the other, occasionally at the exact same price. And that's because there's enough liquidity for you and I to market order, but not enough liquidity for a bigger player, a whale, a bigger fish. So what is liquidity hunting? Well, if you need to buy and you want to buy at the same price, $100 million, what do you need? You need $100 million worth of sells. If you want to sell $100 million worth of Bitcoin, you need $100 million worth of buys. Or the reverse happens. You sell it for less and less. Slippage in the other direction. Patrick G, do you know if there's like more history on this on a different exchange? I can't find it. And so liquidity hunting would be this. Say you have an amount of money, and I'll just use this as an example. $12.97 here on DYDX. This is really the only kind of daily level we have at all. It's very visible. It's very visible as support. So what might you do if you wanted to put more money into DYDX than was available? You would bring price down below that visible support and buy it back up. Because you know that stop losses are going to be waiting there. When you push price down, stop losses hit and orders trigger that sell the position, and you buy into that liquidity. And so that's what liquidity hunting is. That is what stop loss hunting is, however you want to explain it or call it. It's how you get larger amounts of money into a space that doesn't have enough liquidity for that amount of money. There you go. That was a good chat. That was a good explanation. Well, I'm not accusing boss of using bots, but there are definitely bots in here. That's what I actually said that. I don't know if you're a person or not, but I literally said it's a shame when that happens because the project could be legit, but it's going to be a huge red flag for me. It's going to turn me off. In crypto, there's so many scams, there's so many illegitimate projects that it is, in my opinion, always the smarter move to just walk away from anything that gives you any red flags, because there's a million other things. You don't need that one.
Boss not using bots, by the way. Dev is YouTuber 0 waiting. Boss is meme coin with dApps coming. Chart is on deck stools. Fun to have DeFi people Tara meme chart.
It's a shame. I don't know anything about the project. I'm not accusing it of anything. Yeah, there's not a lot of history here. Patrick, I do appreciate you, though. It was a very generous tip for this chart. Honestly, you've broken your all-time high. You just don't have enough chart history for that to really be significant. You know, like on your first candle of trading, you're always going to break your all-time high because you don't have an all-time high. You've moved back below in this daily candle. You moved back below yesterday's open. That's pretty ugly on the daily. I'd like to see it close green, but even then, that's a little reversely. With something this new, it's just going to be very difficult to give any kind of really valuable information. The best information I can kind of supply here is is our daily level right there, 1297, what we used in the example of liquidity hunting. Let's see where that lines up with our fib tool. Perfectly at the 0.5. Perfectly at the 0.5. Of course it does. Of course it does. It always does. As we were talking about stop loss hunting, that'd be pretty not surprising to see. Hit it at 1297. That's your big support. Maybe you do that intraday. You trade lower, you trade down, maybe to the golden pocket. Just under 12 bucks. Find that liquidity, move back up. This still is salvageable. I mean, you know, today's candle traded at an all-time high. So we have 3 hours. This can move back up if it can close with a, you know, really any kind of green-bodied candle. Maybe you just get continuation. And where would you look? Because that's what everybody wants, moon targets. So if we use our Fibonacci tool, we can identify values above us that have not been traded. It's a unique ability of the Fibonacci tool. We call them measured moves. Typically, when we have a retracement and we break through that high, which we did, we expect to see our 1618 and our measured moves. So that'd be at $23.77 and $29.59. That's not a huge gain. That's about 100%. That's not wild for crypto. I think what you're looking for, though, is if you don't get a strong close, probably some retracement. Looking at that daily level, looking at the golden pocket, likely a very nice long potential here at that golden pocket. Maybe even this neckline, which hasn't been tested. 1216. You know what? That's where I'll make my little position. 5. I'll take it over the right shoulder. Let's be conservative here. Conservative 10 to 1. I'm gonna take it at that shoulder, or this neckline. It's right in between our 0.1 or 0.5 and 0.618. Yeah, probably should actually just change that to the golden pocket. Stop being an idiot. $12. Not enough chart history though. I do appreciate it, my friend. You're very appreciated. Bitcoin teasing us still. Save with crypto, Rockstar. No problem. No problem. It's something I like talking about. It's a good topic. DY DX was airdrop last week's users. That's why there's not a lot of chart history. Non-US users. All right. This can be good.
Can you take a look at UMB, USDT chart? I'm looking to 0.50 for selling half and $1 plus for rest.
Yes. Jeffrey Dockett, I can. I have to go to the bathroom quick. It's like I have to drink water while I stream, but then I inevitably have to go pee, and that like kills the stream a lot of the time. But if I don't drink water, then I lose my voice. It's a lose-lose. I'm gonna do this quick. I'm gonna make it a fast one. I spent plenty of time today in the bathroom. I don't need it anymore. Let me shoot these out. All right, I'm gonna run real quick to the bathroom, smash the like button, subscribe, jump in the Discord, verify, etc. And we're gonna look at UMB for Jeffrey. When I return in like 1 minute, it's gonna be fast. All right, there we go. Told you to be fast. Chikorita no secret streamer PP bottle. That's actually a really good idea. I should do that. Touche. UMB for Mr. Geoffrey. Lumber thumbnail. Nope. Gotta make a new chart. UMB. Oh man, neck's a little stiff. Must be this heavy crown. All right. UMB USDT US. Cool. We got some chart history here, and this is a very interesting chart. Very interesting chart. On the weekly, for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th time, weekly is trading above what looks to be a very strong resistance. 24.78 cents. Currently at 27.95. But this is not a higher high. It's not the first time it's moved above this intra week. So at 2 days and 4 hours to go, that's your first signal. Did you close above resistance? If you do, things are looking solid. I like the way this chart looks. There's not a ton of history, so it's not perfect. But looking for that golden pocket, if you get that weekly close, 62 and a half looks like cents. 55 to 62 cents if you get that weekly close looks very reasonable. Very reasonable. Huh. So there is actually something that stands out here that is kind of unique to this weekly, despite this not being the first, nor second, nor third time of trading at this value before selling back down. This is the first time that the weekly is traded above the 20 moving average period. That's significant. That does differentiate this. It does make this weekly a little bit more meaningful than these other consolidations. What I might expect here is if we get that close. Yeah. Get that close. Might find. I would expect something like this. So you have a good pattern, a solid pattern. You have a neckline. That's like your major resistance is that neckline. So I want to see the close above. I want to see a move. Could be to the 0.5. It could go all the way to golden pocket. Depends on how bullish it is. And then back, test that neckline as support. And then rock and roll. Looking back to your highs. We look at our measured move from this potential head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. Our measured moves puts us right back to basically where the first daily candle started trading. Our 1618 back to the 786 retrace, deep retrace. The weekly looks good. This is good stuff on the weekly. I knew this was gonna look interesting when I saw the whole history there. So the daily is strong. Daily strong. Money flow is trucking. Momentum is positive. RSI is back above 50. Oh, nice kicker candle too. What do I want to do with this? It's all going to come down to that close. 12 hours rolling over. Nice. And the 6. Whoa, now you've got my attention. The 2 already did. Four is green. 3 is green. 2 is very green. 1 is this. This looks monstrous. From what I'm seeing right now, that close is probable. From what I'm seeing right now, we do have 2 days. But what I'm seeing looks good. That 37.3 cent area, or more profitably, the golden pocket, very likely. We may not get that back test. But if we don't get that back test, then we don't have an entry on our inverse head and shoulders. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. I wouldn't like to see this trade below 20 cents. You don't want to lose this 20, 150 moving average on the daily below you. It doesn't look like it wants to. I think that this is what it's going to see. The big question for me is, where does the right shoulder end? Or where do we retrace to before we back test the neckline? That's my question. Are we going to go to the 0.5 at 37.37, or are we going up to the golden pocket at about 55 to 62 cents? Then we still could see this fall. And if we do, and we get that test of the neckline and bounce, you're going back up to this $1.72 area. This is a cool chart. What I like about it is that it really has only experienced down, and the longer that is true, in my opinion at least, the greater your odds are breaking to the upside. Nothing trends in only one direction. And in fact, the longer it trends in one, usually the closer you are to reversal. Womp. Thanks for the donation, my friend Joff. You have a good coin here. I think that there's definitely plays to be made. Yeah, you have this consolidation level the same way you have your resistance level. Pretty neatly defined on the weekly. I wish you the best of trades. Well, there we go. So we did not. We celebrated too early. Womp. Womp womp. Too early. Let's put a mark of shame on there. Womp. So this likely means the hourly is rolling over. Yep, there it is. Exactly as predicted, hourly rolling over. And we're looking for, well, those targets we said before. Crappy. Crappity crappity. This is really the last, it might bounce again at 46.9, but yep, you lost it. You lost it. You retraced too far. Sure, you get a double bottom 46.7, but those aren't good bets. We're looking for our extensions. Man, this would be awesome if it held. I think the probability isn't in favor of it at this point, though. Not with the 1 hour looking that way. Savage. This is savage on the 5 minute. It's like all positive money flow. Just getting whipped. This money flow. Every time it's turned green, just instantly sold into. Now this is on the 5 minutes. This isn't a huge deal. But you can see clearly favoring negative money flow, clearly favoring money coming out of the market on the 5 since the 15th. It'd be so great to bounce here. Just do it. I don't have any bullish divergence. I have no reason to think it's going to, other than there's a support. Maybe that'll be enough. Yeah, Joffrey, definitely. Definitely. What I like about it, and I don't know anything about the coin, obviously. What I like about it is the clear trade setup. You don't have to like a coin to have a clear trade setup. Womp. There it is. There she blows. That hourly is just so gross. This was looking to roll over when we started streaming. We pointed it out and we said, man, if we break through this golden pocket, we don't get a bounce there. Hourly's going to roll over. We're going to look for further downside. We're going to look for an extension. And how long did it take? 5 minutes. 5 minutes into this new hourly. Boom. Money flow red. Seeking lows. Wonder if it's actually time to do this. This was tested on the hourly so many times. It's going to come back. It's going to come back to 48.5. Just when, I'm not sure. If we look for a retracement of our full move, so from our low on the 13th to our high on our 16th. Ooh, this is getting jumbled. There's too many. Weirdly, they all overlap, though. Like, almost all of them. There we go. Okay, I gotta delete some of these because I can't see. There we are. If we're looking, wow, yeah, of course, 45.1. If we're looking for our golden pocket retrace, so if we are reversing here, which I'm not sold on. I don't think we are. That would suggest our golden pocket 45.2. The 25 sitting at 46. I don't know. This doesn't rub me. This doesn't rub me as a thing that's really gonna break down. This is what it looks like to me. Maybe we see some lower lows from this local area. And then eventually I expect to see that top trend broken, back tested, and pushed up. I don't think we're going here, but that is the target. That's, if you see it fall out, that's where it's going. A little double bottom? Probably not. Probably not. Just can't catch a bid, though. John Cena. Playing with this on small time frames is a waste of time. Yeah, man, we've been live for like 2 hours. Just watching something. John Cena now quoting the famous John Cena now quoting like our own content to us. Check total. Brah. This is like we invented this. No, we didn't invent it, but we look at total constantly. I put out a video very recently. And actually this total not looking too great today. Weekly's fine though. I put out a video about this, like, within the last 2 weeks. That nobody was looking at this. Hit the golden retrace. Now kind of back to this consolidation level, 2.1. Yeah, total hasn't moved. When you're looking at the 5 minute, you're not really expecting it to have huge impacts across the market, typically. Burning Moon is the next safe moon, says Earnable Token. I'm not so sure that's the compliment or endorsement that you think it is, buddy. Not so sure. I'm not so sure that you're aware what that means. Oh, I don't think you want to be the next safe moon. God, now it's Burning Moon? Dude, we've had 2 bot waves today. This is ridiculous. Alchemist, nobody can see that comment. Just know that I read it. And you're right. You're onto something there. Alright, these bots are getting ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. What's up, Virgil? Happy Friday. John Cena, dude, I know. We talk about it here all the time. Look at that. Look at that 5 minute. What a ridiculous 5 minute. 46.9. Back to the 618. Okay, well, higher low. Wild. Wild. Let's go. I can't believe it didn't just reverse here. What is this indicator? Prashis M. I think you're thinking about Market Cipher. That's what I'd be guessing. What up, Applegate? How you doing, brah? There's Market Cipher. That's that indicator. And by the way, follow me on Twitter. Yeah, we've been going, 2 hours, 2:15. That sucks that 5 minute got faded. We've been going. Shorted pump. He bought dump. There should be no reversals. John, I'm talking, we're zoomed into the 5 here, my friend. To the 5. We're not talking macro. We're talking, let's see. We were looking for a 1% move during this live. We're looking for a 1% move. We're not looking for like groundbreaking. What I was doing here is just showing the same thing I do in the other direction. Just showing the other side.
If you look at SNXUSD.
What's up, Jersh? Love you, bud. SNX, sure. I don't know what's on this chart. Yep, it's always good to see it chilling at levels that are old. Yeah, $16 it's a big fan of. SNX. Currently trading below support.
Witches, who cares? BTC found its local bottom. Spice to follow. Check angry dubire on mid TFs, less than 30 meters best. Bounce due to Max Wyckoff extension with O breaking market structure. Just for you and your crew.
Mr. Tony Stark, man. Thank you again. Appreciate you, brother. I'll check it out. Sure. Let me look at this SNX for Jersh. Quick. Well, SNX seems to be struggling with 1362. Was support on the weekly. Lost it. Fell below. Broke through a bunch of supports. Bounced. Came back to 1362. Moved back to support 750. This has been very volatile. And still struggling with it. You have like this double top wick on the weekly at $16. 1362 is just not being very, very friendly to price here. Not see anything. You really just want to see on the weekly close above 1362. Let's be real. It just seems to find sellers every time. A little bearish divergence on the daily. Daily does not look so great. I have a feeling $10 will be tested. Hopefully it holds. This has been really volatile though. Okay, well here's a little logic to what we're seeing. Here's our golden pocket. That's where that double top is on the weekly. It's not the end of the world. Let's check it in the other direction. Okay. You need that weekly close. You need the weekly close, man. That's it. I think 1034 will be tested. Our golden pocket's at 826. That's on the table. But 1034 should provide some solid support. Should provide some solid support. You've hit the golden retrace. You might be looking to do the same and then move up to 25. I'm not seeing a reason to be bullish yet. Maybe I'll eat my words on that. Maybe. I'm not seeing it yet. Alright, Tony Stark, witches. Who cares about witches, man? Prothish. Definitely Femex then. Most derivative exchanges don't offer spot. Femex does. Alright, who cares? Bitcoin found its local bottom. Spice to follow. I like it. Check out Angry Dub Beer. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'm always down to learn. Let's see where this is at. Chilling. Okay. I'm gonna guess that's Angry Dub. Angry Dub? Let's just type in Dub. There's literally no indicator that has Dub in the name. What? Is there one that's angry? Angry bear, angry goat. Huh. Oh, yeah. Check out the angry W. Womp. I was like, W? It sounds like an indicator. Alright, we're on the 30-minute. Angry W. Get a new chart. 30-minute bounce due to max Wyckoff extension. Structure. Might need some more. Info. Oh, well, it did hold 46.9. And so angry W. So are you thinking, when you're saying Wyckoff, you're thinking consolidation? This would be like SOS or whatever. It did hold this. So this is a spring consolidation. This was resistance. So this is looking Wyckoff. Wyckofian. Spring consolidate. Holding above 46.9 is super duper awesome. Wyckoff extension. Wyckoff extension. Nah. I'm probably also just tired. I'm zoned out. Or tired because I've been going for like 2 hours. Don't have my stream endurance up. What do you think, Tony? There you go. First movement. I think this looks very Wyckoff. Like, undeniable, maybe textbook, perfect looking spring. Moves you above resistance. And now you're consolidating above resistance. As long as you chill up here above 46.9, everything's dandy. You can do that for as long as you want. You're looking for a move to the upside. I appreciate you, brother. Sorry, I'm like getting, I think my brain's just getting foggy. It's been a stressful month. Like, holy crap, has it been a stressful month. It's so close, though. Look at these 5-minute closes. Look at this. Like, 46,901. Right back up. And that's close enough to call it a double bottom. I'm not a huge fan of the double patterns, but... What's up, Tony Sassa? What are you doing, Tony Sassa? You're holding AAV time sell? I have no idea. Whew, money, money, money. I didn't even know that one played out. Solid. 111% take here. Placed live. On AAV. Never hit the stop. That took a long time. That was definitely placed all the way back here in January. It took 150 days for our entry to get hit. That's why patience is so important in trading. It took 150 days, but gave 111% return. Is it time to dump? I think this looks decent, to be honest. I think this does not look bad. I don't know if I would get out. Not financial advice, just my opinion. I don't know if I would. Got bullish divergence forming on your lows. Money flow, potentially looking to get back in a bullish position. No, I don't know if I would, man. No, yeah, it's just my opinion. Can't give financial advice. I don't mind this. I can see this playing out like this. Alright. Alright. Alright, alright. Let's do it. It's been a bit. It's been a bit, everybody. But we're back. I finally have my place lined up to move, so I'll be back more active now. That was a lot of energy. Just taking care of that. Follow me on Twitter. Jump in Discord. Verify. You just have to click that green emoji when you enter. I'm not moving any. I'm just moving like 15 minutes away. I only had until the end of the month to find a place and move out. So that was consuming my time. That's why we haven't really had as much content lately. But that seems to be taken care of now. And so I can be back focusing on what matters with you guys. So jump in the Discord, like the stream, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, etc. And we'll be live again tomorrow. Oh, will I be live again tomorrow? I might have something I promised the lady I would do. We'll probably be live tomorrow. If we're not, we'll be live the next day for sure. We're going to be live again regularly. I needed a little bit of time to sort out my life. What we're going to do is I'm going to put this chart up in the Discord from today's stream. You can follow along. The glasses are for all the lights, baby. You can follow along after the stream with the TA and join us tomorrow. If not tomorrow, the next day. We're going to be live again more often. And I appreciate everybody coming out, watching the stream today. And I look forward to the next one with y'all. So, happy trades, everybody. If you want to see the good TA, go back to the start of this episode. I gave you the whole picture, the whole outline. The big picture. Happy trades. Crown out.